And if that fence wasn't tight, it would have been to push that fence down by now. But that water is coming in hard and pushing on that fence there. And so, man, I wouldn't be surprised if that water just go ahead and push that fence down. Like I said, water is one of the biggest threats, or the biggest threat to the farm. Because when you live in the city, you're not used to having to control water like this, because, you know, the city puts in all the drainage and everything. But on the farm, you have to put in culverts, swells. You have to do all those type of things to control the water. And as you can see, this water can cause damage.
Who am I to say what you should want and what you should need? Who am I to say for what your heart should bleed? No, no. I can only tell you about me, so listen now. The night falls down, a new day breaks. The world goes round in its tracks again. While I wait for a bigger shake, I want a heart quake, my friend.
All right, y'all, I'm headed out from the farm to go pick up Megan some groceries, do a grocery pickup. And we had a rainstorm, like a monsoon came through all of a sudden. And the farm is just falling apart. You think you have everything in order until a big old rainstorm comes. It's like rain is like can destroy everything. I guess that's what happened with the flood, you know, in Noah. Let me go in here because the sheep, it look like they got stuck. The creek is flooding. Let me turn y'all around. Yeah, the creek is flooding, and it looked like the sheep got caught on the wrong side of the creek, and so they can't get over the creek. The rain came down so fast that they got stuck, and they're just standing here. And so I'm gonna go over here and show y'all the creek, but it's about to take our road out over here. It's just, I'm talking about overflowing the road, moving rocks, eroding the land. But I'll take y'all over here in a minute. Let me get these sheep and see if I can open this thing up here and just give them some relief, because they're supposed to go to the barn when it's time to you know, get out of the rain. But I guess they misjudged this storm here. Let's see if I can get this door to where to stay open for them, get them out the rain. It's good it's not too cold out here, because they might have died by the time I got to them. Y'all bear with me now, I'm not taking the best video right now. Okay, let's get that hook right there. This is like real farm life. Let's see, get that through there like that. Put that on so it won't close on them. Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. Y'all come in here. Come on, sheep. Come on. Come on. That one sheep over there is tucked up. Come on, sheep. Come on. Come on. Come on, sheep. Let's see. Maybe I can put this over there like that. Oh, yeah. Come on, sheep. Come on. Come on, sheep. Come on. Come on. Come on, sheep. I can't make y'all come in here now. This is a spot y'all can come in and get out the rain now. Come on in. Come on, sheep. Come on. I don't have any grain with me. Come on. All right, we're gonna leave them right there. They can come in if they want, but you can't make them do anything. Let me walk over here and show y'all the creek though. I'll show y'all the driveway in a minute. How it's devastating our driveway. Let me come down here to the end. I gotta get on because I gotta get to this grocery pickup. I just want to show y'all this creek and how hard it's running. And the sheep are scared to cross it, and I don't blame them because it's running pretty hard right now. And it runs on down this way. Man, there's a lot of rain came down quick. He is running over here. And then once it gets down here, it's supposed to be the same size as right here. But as you can see, it's liable to snatch our fence down. Because you can see here that it's starting to bunch up down here on the fence because of all these leaves and things. And you can see it's pushing on that fence. And if that fence wasn't tight, it would have been to push that fence down by now. But that water is coming in hard and pushing on that fence there. And so, man, I wouldn't be surprised if that water just go ahead and push that fence down. Like I said, water is one of the biggest threats, or the biggest threat to the farm. Because when you live in the city, you're not used to having to control water like this, because you know the city puts in all the drainage and everything. But on the farm, you have to put in culverts, swells. You have to do all those type of things to control the water. And as you can see, this water can cause damage. And like I said, it come through here. The sheep can't get over it. It's running too hard for them to be able to jump over it. You may think that they could jump over it, but they can't jump that far. They can only jump just a little bit. And yeah, so they're scared to cross over. And they're getting rained on. If I knew it was gonna rain this hard, I would have locked them up in the barn section. And that's how it is, you know, with your animals. You know, you have to be a farmer. Like, this really is my fault, because I should have, you know, I should have had the foresight to make sure they were in the right place, you know, when the storm came. But I didn't know it was gonna rain this hard though. It's coming down good. As you can see, there's water here. There's usually no water here. The creek, let's see if I can get over there without getting washed away. Water running, I can feel it on my feet. Somebody is rushing hard too. I'll take y'all over here in a minute, show y'all the driveway. But this is the only spot where the water is supposed to be flowing here. And as you can see, it's all over here because our ditch over there is failing. And then our culvert here is maxed out. And so yeah, it's causing some damage. I'm gonna have a lot of things to fix once I get back. Like I said, I'm gonna have to throw on my work boots and get to work. I gotta get these sheep into the barn site. I may have to bring them on out this way and let them just walk down the driveway. But I'm gonna go over here and show y'all the driveway and how we might be about to lose our driveway. Water is a big threat. So if you're thinking about buying land, you need to be prepared for how devastating water can be. Keep this gate locked. Man. Yeah, I don't want to just show y'all the good stuff about farming, but I want to show y'all times like this as well. You headed out to go get groceries for the family. So as you can see, it's holding up good here. Okay, let me walk y'all down here first, because I always talk to y'all about Turtle Creek, and this is the spot where we went mud riding it on that one video. But I always talk to y'all about Turtle Creek. This is our secondary pond. It really acts as a way to slow the water down, because it's a lot of water that comes from that way, and the water is able to build up in here and then release here. And as you can see, we have a ditch here that brings all this water all the way down through here, because when we first bought the property, this water here would go that way, but we built the road up. Like I said, you just have to be very, very strategic. We built the road up and then dug a ditch here, which this ditch is not big enough. We need to get a bigger ditch and a bigger culvert. But all that water is shot down this way, and it comes all the way down until it meets up with the other water that comes out the neighbor's property over there. And all this water meets up down here, and it's supposed to go into the ditch. There's a ditch here that's about 3 feet deep. It's full of water. And as you can see, this is our road. You can see the gravel under there right there. Look how fast this water's moving. Man, look at that. Look at that right there. Supposed to be rocks right there. That water has just pushed them rocks out the way. Man. This is something. So yeah, the culvert is right in this section here. You can see here's that capacity over here. You can't even see it over here. You can see it just a little bit. That's where the culvert is at over there. Ooh, too small. This culvert holds up good, you know, in most rainstorms. But like I say, about 3 or 4 inches of rain, like maybe 2 inches of rain, fell down like in less than an hour. And this is just crazy. It's crazy, man. But I got a lot of work to do, y'all. And hopefully the sheep are all right. I opened up that pen for them, but they don't want to go in there. They're not used to going in there, and they can't get over. So they're just riding it out. Like I said, if it was cold, I would go ahead and carry them like one by one over the creek. Just pick them up and carry them. But it's not cold. It's pretty warm out here, and so they should be fine. You know, their coats are so thick and their coats are oily, and so they really don't. It might look like they're getting wet, but their skin is not actually wet because that coat with all that oil in it. Man, just look at all that water. That coat with all the oil in it keeps them dry. Man, you wouldn't even know that there's a ditch there. It's just full. Like I can feel the water trying to push me. Just look at how hard this water is flowing. It's like a river. Just look at it. And just look at it, like look how much power it has. How it was lifting up. It's coming through that ditch and just lifting up. Man, that's something. Whew. But yeah, I just want to pick y'all up and show y'all what this water is doing. And I guess I'll just see y'all in the rest of the video. And I don't know if we're gonna get to work and start fixing these things that the water has messed up, like the road and things. This is gonna be a road bad. I don't know what we're gonna do, but I'll just pick y'all up in the rest of this video. All right, I.A.G family, as y'all can see, I got all of Megan's groceries. I got a truck full of groceries because I couldn't put them on the back because you know, it's raining outside. And while I was picking up groceries, one of the neighbors called me. And we're not the only ones that, you know, are being affected by this rainstorm that's happening. It's dumped down a lot of rain pretty quick. One of our neighbors was on the way to school and got stuck in his driveway. And he's been on the channel before, way back when we were having teams down on the farm. Some of you oldies would know about that, but some of you newbies might not know. But we used to have what we call the farm gates open. And we would have teams like youth groups and just people that we brought from the city back when we were doing city ministry. We would have teams come down to the farm, and they would help out around the farm, drag up limbs, help us castrate hogs, and you know, butcher animals and things like that. Just, you know, using the tangible thing of the farm, these parables that we see as a way to like minister the gospel to people. And we plan on doing that again in the future. But anyway, what I was saying is that this neighbor, you know, he used to come and help and volunteer and be like a chaperone during our you know, time we had farm visitors on the farm. But he's the one that's he's stuck in his driveway, and I'm gonna go and pull him out real quick. And yeah, so I'm gonna get on back to the farm. I gotta get a chain because for some reason I don't have a chain on the back of my truck. And y'all know what's coming next. A man ain't got no business not having a chain on the back of his truck. For real. Gotta be ready. Gotta stay ready so you don't have to get ready. But I'm gonna go by the house real quick and get a chain. And I already told Megan that I'm gonna be pulling up there and pulling right back out with her groceries because I know she's ready for these groceries because she ran out of food this morning because she wanted to do a pickup on Monday. Today is Thursday. And but they didn't have a pickup day available. I guess they were behind because you know, the winter storm last week. But she had to wait a couple days. But she was able to, you know, scrap together some meals and things, you know, from some of the stuff she already had around the house for a couple days. But she's ready for these groceries. So I know she's sitting there like, maybe you want to drop the groceries off first and then gonna pull them out. But now I'm gonna go ahead and pull them out real quick, and I get on back and get Megan her groceries. So I just pick y'all up when I get ready to pull up and pull the neighbor out, help out a neighbor in need, and then we'll just get on to the rest of the day. I might have a chain back here. I know I got a longer chain. I know I got a chain with a hook. got to pull none out the mud in so long. Yeah, you got good and stuck, didn't it? Alright, going good. So let's see, trying to see where I'm gonna hook to. You got anything up on here to hook to? Oh, for real? Yeah. That's why I told him you were heading to school. Yeah, a lot of y'all that watch the channel already know Alan because y'all are family members with Alan. And some of the, what did you say, the hairdresser, where'd you say y'all be at? Did you be at, is the hairdresser? Yeah, Say some of y'all be in the hairdresser talking about this on the channel. But let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna put y'all down and figure out where I can hook up it and get them pulled out. All right, y'all, he was stuck good, but we got him out. Yeah, so I'm glad that we can get him out and Be good, but I better go and get my truck out the road for somebody to run me over. All right, Alan. Love you, bro.
God, you too, love you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a good friend of mine, Alan, and him and his daughter, Leah. And so I'm glad to come down and help out. It's time to get on back to the farm now and get making these groceries. Pick y'all up in a minute. All right, y'all, as I was pulling back in, I was trying to get the groceries close for Megan. And as you can see, my truck is kind of facing a funny position. You know, I don't know how I got like that. Megan, I don't know. You are an eyewitness.
Okay.
Let's see.
It's okay.
I was trying to get the groceries close.
I understand.
Megan was out here looking at me. So I was trying to, like, you know, make her proud. What happened, Megan?
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. I can't say. I can't.
I thought it was gonna make a full 360 and I was gonna be going back that way.
You were just going.
But what happened was I came out the gas when it made a 180.
It was just
Right, it was spinning around in circles.
like a top on a
Right,
slick surface.
doing donuts, right. And so yeah, cause when I was first coming, I was facing this way, and then like it started sliding, and at least it didn't go into the fence and make it completely drastic.
That was terrible, but yeah.
Four-wheel drive excursion coming soon.
Okay, y'all.
I was just been able to just come on in here. Yeah.
I was like, I could have gotten the wagon for those groceries.
I can't let these YouTube subscribers see you hauling groceries with a wagon. But nah, usually I just pull down there and turn on around and come on back down this way. But it rained so hard, so fast.
Long.
Yeah, exactly. So it did rain yesterday too. That's right.
Did.
I forgot.
It rained all day.
Yeah, I forgot it rained all day yesterday. Yeah, so it did rain long. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I got your groceries.
I think it even rained the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday it rained Monday too.
Yeah,
not as much as yesterday.
No wonder.
It rained as well. Yeah,
I'm the
it's
one.
been raining all week.
I'm the one crazy enough to pull down through the mud with with a two-wheel drive truck.
He pulled somebody out. He pulled one of our neighbors out and helped our neighbor out. And now he's like yeah, yeah. Like no, two-wheel drive.
I was surprised that my truck could even pull something out. You know, usually it just starts spinning, but it pulled him right on out. He was stuck good too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we got the groceries ready, and I'm gonna help Megan and the boys get these groceries out of the truck, out of the stuck truck over here, and then get them inside the house. And I'll probably pull the truck out with the tractor. And I'll probably end today's video by taking y'all down and kind of showing y'all what the aftermath of all that water that was coming through over our road and through the pastures and the creek, and show y'all the pond, because the pond is back full again now. So I just probably just show y'all the aftermath of the storm down there, and then we'll just end today's video. So I'll pick y'all up in a minute once I get my truck pulled out and get these groceries in. All right, y'all, I went and did farm chores, and we got all the groceries up here at the steps with the wagon. And Megan said, that's what she said in the first place. She said, why don't you just load them in the wagon and bring them to the door instead of getting your truck stuck? But I wanted to do it the easy way. Sometimes you try to do it the easy way, and you end up putting more work on yourself. But I'm gonna go down here before I end today's video. And it's been a fun one. It's been pretty fun. Got a chance to serve a neighbor, help out a neighbor. Got a chance to serve my wife and help her out and go get groceries for her. And she makes it easy for me though. She just does the pickup. So all I have to do is pull up and pull off. That's super easy. But let's go down here and see what the driveway looks like, and let's see how much damage was done by all that rain this morning. The creek is just trickling right now, but it's actually performing, the culvert and everything is performing well right now. I'm looking at. Let me turn y'all around so y'all can see. But as you can see, it doesn't look like much damage was done. All of our rocks are still here. None of our dirt around the culvert eroded too bad, and everything is trickling well now. It was just it was just all that rain that came in so quick, and the culvert couldn't hold it. As you can see now, there's a nice little light trickle, and this is usually how it is. Like I say, when it's raining hard, but it rained so hard, so fast that rain just built up so much, and it just overran the road. Because as y'all saw in the earlier video, all this was covered, and this ditch here, as you can see it now, has a big old berm here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I have a hill built up right here. I brought dirt in and stacked it up right here, and then I dug the creek down, and so the creek is deep, and then I have like a little dam here, but it overflowed the dam. And as you can see, it's just trickling and flowing slowly now. Let's go in here in the inside the pasture where the sheep were. They were able to cross over once it went down, and I went and took them down to the barn and fed them and gave them hay and got them high and dry. But like I said, they really don't even mind the rain. You know, if you ever seen a horse or a cow, and you ever drove down the road and saw a horse or a cow, they just stand in the rain like, you know, it don't bother them. And I think sheep are pretty much the same way. They don't too much worry about the rain. See the dogs wanna come. Come on, dogs. Yeah, they love coming down to the creek with me. Come on. Let's see. But yeah, the rain doesn't really bother the sheep either. Like I said, it's just, look at them, they finna jump in there and play now. They love it. But they love that moving water. But as long as it's not cold and rainy, the rain really doesn't bother the sheep. But when it's cold and rainy, then you have to have them under some type of shelter. But let's see what it's looking like over here. See what all work I need to do. Not too bad, it's looking good. As you see, I have this little, I have the fence up high, and then I have a little cattle panel tied in there to keep the animals from being able to go under. What y'all think, dogs? Let's go over here. But yeah, as you can see, everything is just flowing smoothly now. There's a pecan. Every now and then we find a pecan that's still good. This one looks good here. I'll take that to Titus. What y'all think, dogs? Go down here and see how this end looks. Because as y'all saw earlier down here, there was so much water that the creek couldn't hold it. And instead of it just going straight up under the fence, it was getting built up on the fence, on all these leaves and everything. Yeah, as you can see, it's fought its way through and made a little path through. And that's usually how it looks. It just trickles right up under there and goes on through the neighbor's property. And then there's a bigger creek on down off in the woods down there that it dumps into. And then that creek, that small creek, well, it goes from these, you know, creeks on everybody's property to the bigger creek down there that goes that way. And then that bigger creek, probably about a mile or two on from here, dumps off into the big black river. Yeah, because all this right here earlier was full of water all the way up until over here. Yeah, so that water was all the way right here. And it's supposed to be over there. And as you can see, it's flowing properly now. And like it really doesn't overflow like that too much. That's really why I hadn't did anything about it yet. Because most of the time it rains hard and it just flows like this. But every now and then you get a good gully washer, as we call them, and it overflows everything. Look at one more spot. Yeah, it's just lightly flowing. Because this creek here, what happens is, it's a culvert that comes under the road way over there, and it flows onto the neighbor's property, then it flows onto our property. And then you have Turtle Creek that catches a lot of water, and then it flows into this creek. And then the pond overflow catches all the water coming off that hill. The pond catches all that water coming off the hill, and then the pond overflows into this creek. And so you have a lot of sources of water that have to flow into this small little creek to get it off the property to go into a bigger creek that's off in the woods over there, taking it to another bigger creek, which is the Big Black River, or a bigger river, at least, not a creek. But yeah, everything looks good. There's only one little spot on the driveway where I need to get the tractor and pull the rocks back up on that spot. But it actually held up pretty good. That's the beauty of having these bigger rocks that we have. Because if those were smaller rocks or red clay gravel like we used to have, it would have washed all that stuff away. You know, would have eroded it bad. But these big rocks, they hold up a little bit better, you know, to the rain and to washing and things like that. So it might be something you want to consider if you're developing a property and building a driveway on your property that you buy. Is that, you know, getting these bigger rocks, you know, they hold up better and they don't just wash down the driveway like some of those other rocks do. But I think I'm gonna call it for today's video, and I'll probably get out here and get the tractor crunk up after everything dries up a little bit, and kind of get my truck pulled out and also get some, you know, a little bit of touch-up work done on the driveway. But I don't think this storm did too much damage. And so, yeah, it's just fun times on the farm. We were able to help out a neighbor, able to you know, serve each other, you know, get a couple of groceries to fill the refrigerator. And we shouldn't have to buy that many groceries, you know, in the near future, because come spring, you know, after we get done with Emma and after we kind of settle in, we're gonna start to, you know, raise most of our own meat ourselves. You know, our goal is to first be able to raise all of our meat to where we don't have to buy any meat from the grocery store. You know, we got close to that when we were in the city before we moved down here. But once we moved down here, you know, we didn't have time because we were establishing the home. We were, you know, fixing up on Emma, putting up fencing, trying to get the animals set up, things like that. But all those things are almost done and coming to completion. And so now we can get back to, you know, raising all of our own meat. And then once we start, you know, raising all of our own meat and we stop going buying meat from the grocery store, then we can start, you know, canning, growing more gardens and raised beds and all those type of things. Get a couple of fruit trees planted, and then we can start, you know, doing canning and preserving and things like that. And then we can start trying to get our the vegetables that we buy from the grocery store. We can start, you know, decreasing those. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for today's video. See if I can get in and help Megan with these groceries and get to sit down and eat a little bit of something. But we'll just see y'all on the next one, because I.A.G Farms, it's all about God.
Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.